you to begin with your presentation. Yes, Kushi, you can start now.
Name of the story, Birth, written by name, name of the story, Birth, written by A.J. Cronin. This story is on Dr. Andrew Manson, just graduated from medical college. The story begins like this. When Andrew reached his home after meeting his girlfriend Christine, he saw Joe Morgan waiting for him. Joe wanted him to attend his wife as it was his first child in 20 years of his marriage. Since the case was critical, Andrew agreed to go with him. When they both reached his place, Joe stayed outside as he was nervous and asked Andrew to get inside. When Andrew get inside, he saw a old lady who was Mrs. Morgan's mother and a midwife were a person who helps ladies during pregnancy. Since there was a time, Andrew sits there and the old lady offers him a cup of tea. While sitting, Andrew thinks about his girlfriend and who was pressurizing him to get married, but he was confused because of his friend's failed marriage. Now it's time to attend the patient. After too much of struggle, Mrs. Morgans gave birth to a lifeless boy. And the condition of Mrs. Morgan is also not fine. And she is almost pulseless. So the doctor decided to first treat Mrs. Morgan. So he handed over the child to the nurse. After some time, Mrs. Morgan is fine, and Andrew looked towards the nurse, and he asked her about the child, to whom she kept under the bed on a newspaper. He took him out, and he understand the case. It was a case of suffocation due to lack of oxygen and excess of carbon dioxide present in blood. He started necessary treatment. He asked the nurse to bring two tubs of water, one filled with warm water and another with cold one. He started alternately placing the baby first in warm water, then in cold water, then again in warm and cold. But nothing happens. Happens. He continues. Continued that. After some time, in between he started rubbing the back of the baby with a towel. Well, and by continuing all this, after some time, the baby started breathing and crying. And then the Andrew see towards the old lady. Her hands were together and she was whispering without sound, and she was praying. Then the Andrew just get down the stairs and told everything to the Joe, who was standing outside the home, that both his wife and child were fine now. By this one beautiful story, we learn that bookish education is not always helpful, but sometime our experience also helps us in deadly situation, and we should always keep trying. Thank you.
Okay, good. See, the impression from front side is that you were not telling anything. Instead, you are reading it from somewhere or maybe from the computer screen itself.
No,
The
sir.
impression was like, what I'm saying is the impression was like that. You get it?
Yes, sir.
I did not say you were just reading. I did not say you did not prepare. What I'm saying is the impression when we see this from the screen, sitting in front of the screen, it appears that you were just reading it either from the screen of your desktop, or maybe you have kept some notes and you were reading from there. Okay. And why did it appear like this? Can anyone tell?
So there was no speaking expressions.
She lacked expressions, you mean to say. Okay. Or anything else?
सर आई थिंक आई कांटेक्ट कैमरे के साथ थोड़ा सही होना चाहिए था, तो उससे कॉन्फिडेंस भी
So,
क्विकली हो जाता है.
what you're saying is correct, but what happens, let me tell you practically. See, like, I'm also sitting in front of a camera and I'm talking to you all. So, when I'm talking to you all, I should be looking at the camera as I'm looking now. Can you see this?
यस
Now I'm
सर.
looking at the camera and talking to you. When I look at the lens of the camera, you will feel that I'm clearly, rightly, properly looking at you and talking to you with my eye contact with you. Right? But what happens, because camera is placed at the top rim of the monitor and you all are there in the grid view on my screen. So we have a natural habit that we look at the person, look at the face of the person, or if there is class, when there are so many people, we look at them all. And when I'm looking at the screen, now you can see I'm not pointing, my eyes are not pointing towards the camera. Right? Can you see this?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. But because out of my natural habit, anybody's natural habit, we tend to look at the image or the video that is there on the screen. And when I'm looking at the class which is visible on the screen, my eyes are little bit downwards. That means I'm not looking at the camera. Now the impression will be like this, that you may say my eye contact is not right. Okay. So this was not Khushi's fault. She was trying to look at the screen instead of looking at the camera, and this may happen with anybody. Agreed? Do you all agree?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
In an online class where we all are in contact through a medium where there is a monitor and there is a camera lens. So consciously or unconsciously, we lose our eyes or eye contact from the lens of the camera and it shifts to the monitor. So there is no harm in that. I do not want to point this thing that where was she looking. What I want to say to Khushi is that your presentation was very good and you have prepared it nicely. I'm happy that you know the story. And the way you told everybody, everybody would have understood the story also. You did not miss anything. Okay. You only skipped one or two lines where you told that she gave Mrs. Morgan, what was the name? I forgot. Morgan, was it?
Yes, sir.
She gave birth to a baby boy. You came to this line straight, directly before actually coming to this line. You should have told a little bit more about what was the situation in the house. They were waiting and he was tired and they went downstairs and in the kitchen with his Mrs. Morgan's mother-in-law or somebody, that old woman, He was sitting there with her, and the midwife was upstairs with the expectant mother. So there was little more that could have been mentioned. Otherwise, you did not miss anything. You covered everything. So your presentation was all okay. Your preparation was good. What I mean to say is, when you speak, when you present anything, it is much better if you bring some expression on your face. Okay. And the second thing is, there should be some body language also. Are you getting it? If I keep on sitting like this, pointing at the camera or pointing at the monitor, and if you continue to speak like this, probably it will not sound as if I am talking live to you. It may not appear as if it is a presentation which I myself have understood. Got it? So take care of this thing. Otherwise, there is nothing wrong in what you said. The story you understood, I can make it out, and you did not miss anything. Why I am telling all this to you? So that others may also hear, and when they make their presentations, they will understand this thing and they will make a better presentation. That's why I'm telling all this to you. Okay? But the presentation was good, preparation was very nice. Thank you very much. Now, who else?
So
Let
I
me
am gonna present.
let me take
Can
attendance
we?
first. Let me take attendance first. There are 36 names visible on my screen, are only 22. Why is it so? It's happening every day. It is displaying just 5 names. Earlier it was displaying 22 names, but I can see 31, 37 participants are already there. It's not displaying all the names. So I'll do it a little later. If it still creates such problem, then I'll have to write down your names or take a screenshot of the names that are visible in the chat box or maybe on the screen. So fine, I'll do it once again after some time. It's simply showing 5 names: Kushi, Kushagra, Shivam, Barbie, and Neha. That's it. Yes, Kushagra, get on with your presentation.
Yes, sir. So I want to present my screen, sir.
Hmm.
Sir, I am gonna talk about the author. William Saroyan was an American novelist, playwright, and short story writer. Sir, and he was born in on 31 August 1908 and died on May 18th May 1981. He was awarded Pulitzer
Neha,
Prize
your
for drama.
presentation is not visible on the screen.
So checking, sir.
Now your screen is visible. Yes, screen is visible. Now present your slides.
Yes, sir. So he was
Yes.
awarded by Pulitzer Prize
Make it
for
full screen.
drama. Sir,
Make it full screen.
yes, sir.
Hmm. Good.
So he was a novelist, playwright, sir, and he was awarded Pulitzer Prize for drama. So I totally do not know about what is Pulitzer Prize for drama, but he was awarded. And in 1940 and 1943, he won the Academy Award for Best Story for the film The Human Comedy.
It's a renowned award in the field of literature. Okay.
Okay,
Very
sir.
well written and very highly acclaimed books are rewarded. Pulitzer
Yes.
Prize.
Okay, sir. So about the prose, I'm going to talk about the prose.
Hmm.
So this is a prose about two child, Aram and Murad. Aram was a 9-year-old Armenian boy, and the Murad was a 13-year-old boy. And they both belong to Garo Garo tribe, and so the Garo tribe is famous for their honesty and truth. They one morning, and everybody in his family believes that Murad was not a normal child. He is demented, and but Aram thinks he's good enough. And before Murad, the only person in their family was Uncle Kusharov. One morning, Murad come to Aram outside his window, and at 4 o'clock in morning, and with a white, beautiful horse. And Aram is astonished to see that Murad is sitting on a beautiful white horse. Aram had always wanted to ride white horse, but his family is too poor that they can't afford the one. But they do not steal because they are they are noted for their honesty and trust. As a result, Aram thinks that Murad would have stolen the horse. Aram felt that his cousin couldn't have stolen the horse. That I've talked about that Murad's crazy behavior was considered to be of natural descent from their uncle Kusharov. But his father was not Uncle Kusharov, it was Zorab, who was a practical man. Uncle Kusharov was an enormous man who was always furious, impatient, and irritable. He always says that it is no harm, pay no attention to it. And once when his son came to him when he was at a barber shop, telling uh, their house was on fire. Khusro silenced him by roaring, "Enough, it is no harm." Aram was invited to ride on the horse with Morad. The idea of Morad stealing the horse drained away from Aram's mind, as when he felt that it wouldn't become stealing unless they offered to sell the horse. They enjoy rides on the horse for a few hours. They were Aram and Morad ride the horse and Murad stealing the sorry sir. After a short time of riding, Murad wanted to ride alone the horse. So he tell Aram that you get off the horse, I will ride alone. And Murad was good at riding the horse, so he ride it. And after when the Murad came back, Aram also wanted to ride, and but Aram was the horse was raced forward, eventually dropping Aram off its back. And after half an hour, they found the horse in the hid it in the barn of deserted vineyard of a farmer named Fetwajin, which had once been his pride. Now, now one evening. At one evening, Uncle Kushro and John Byro arrived the house of Aram, and John Byro was crying and telling his mother that my white horse has lost it. And Uncle Kushro said that it is no harm. Do not pay attention to it. So the John Byro uh, gone back to his house angrily, and they and the Aram and Murad keep that horse for 6 months in the vineyard. And now, when Byro came to Aram's house to inform that the stolen horse been when come how that his horse is stolen, Aram got get scared and tell that whole story to Murad. And once when and tell him that do not return it to John Byro till then. Sorry, sir. Do not tell the John Byro that uh, we have its horse. We have its horse, and do not give him till when I learn to ride the horse. 2 weeks later, when Byro in the afternoon, Byro came to is going by, he see that white horse, and he see that he is the twin of my horse, which I have lost it, and he check its inside its mouth, and the mouth is and he checks the teeth, and teeth were as same as its mouth is horse mouth. So he so that afternoon, when Byro came to Aram's house to inform that he's stolen, yeah. When that afternoon, Byro then gone, and after 2 weeks, when Murad returned the horse to Byro, Byro that afternoon came to Aram's house to inform that stolen horse has been returned. He thanks God because the horse has become better tempered and well behaved too. Now, sir, I am gonna show a video of the story. So, can I show?
Okay, but it shouldn't be very long, beta.
Sir, it's 10-minute video.
It's a 10 minutes video.
Yes, sir.
So do one thing.
Yes, sir.
This link may be shared. This link may be
Yes, sir.
shared, so anybody can watch it later on. Because
Yes.
we have decided that we'll have presentations of 3, 4, or maximum 5 minutes. Got it? So if we started presenting a video of 10 minutes, then it will take longer time.
Yes,
So
sir.
for the moment, leave it. The link may be shared.
Okay, sir.
Yes. Done?
Yes, sir.
Now my question to the class. I did not ask any question from the previous story because the same story was presented by Shivam in the previous class. And I have also told the summary of that story because some of you had doubt about that. Okay, so everybody was aware. This is a story that we have not talked about earlier. So may I ask the class, anybody can unmute and answer. How many characters have been seen, have been found in this story? With their names, not just the number.
Sir, 5.
You were the one who presented.
5, sir.
Those who were listening to you should answer.
Sir, 5.
Then only
Sir,
will
5.
answer. Five. Who said? Who said five? Name yourself
Sir,
first.
me. Mohit. Sir, Mohit.
Tumisha.
Mohit. Mohit. Okay. So now, Mohit, can you tell who were those five people?
Sir, Aram sir, and
Aram,
Uncle Khusro.
Uncle Khusro,
Aram, Khusro, his father Zurat, Mr. Bayor, and the main character.
you forgot the main name, main character's name.
Uh,
M for Mohit. M for
sir,
भगवान तेरी
Murad.
मुराद सुन ले और तुझे उसका नाम याद आ जाए.
Sir, Murad. आ गया.
Good. So these are two cousins. Were they cousins or real brothers? Or just
Cousins.
friends?
Sir,
Sir,
Cousins.
Cousins.
Sir, cousins.
Okay, they were cousins. Murad and Aram. Now, one character, as you mentioned, is their father, another one is their uncle. And what did his uncle always say?
It does not harm.
Pay no attention to it. It does not harm.
It's not
Pay,
it,
pay no
it is no harm, does not attention to it.
yes, and pay no attention to. That means Uncle Khusro always said, "Khush raho. Don't worry about many things. Whatever happens, happens." Okay, so you should not pay much attention to it. You should not worry. This was his attitude. Or rather, he was so irresponsible that he did not pay a heed to anything. That could be another reason. Now there is one more person, John Byro. Who is John Byro?
So the owner of the white horse.
तुम लोगों ने सर का मैसेज पढ़ा, लेफ्ट करना है क्या क्लास को? अब कर दें?
कर दो सर।
कर देते
बेटा
हैं।
लेफ्ट साइड
बोला सर ने क्या मैसेज बोला?
Because of uninformed power cut by electrical maintenance outside, I am disconnected from the class and probably will take long time.
तो क्या करें हम? क्लास छोड़ दें?
पता नहीं यार।
तो मैं क्या जॉब छोड़ दूं?
पूर्वी ने पूछ लिया।
मुझे टेक्स्ट मत करो।
क्या बोल रही है?
कोई नेक्स्ट मत करो, सर का मैसेज आया है कि वो
कुछ समझ ना पूर्वी मैसेज बॉक्स में टाइप करके भेज दे।
पूर्वी बोल रही है लेफ्ट नहीं होना है, सर ने ये मैसेज व्हाट्सएप पर भेजा है।
हमने व्हाट्सएप पे भेजते हैं। सब लोग लीव कर दो क्लास को.
ओके ठीक है, बाय.
लीव करो क्लास को.